And I keep telling this 15-year-old girl, stop sending me provocative pictures. It's not appropriate, but for some reason, the block button is just not working.
Jason Sexton, name's kind of ironic. A 56-year-old man having a baby cupcake Uber him. Jason is the worst kind of EDP. Not only is he coming to have a three-way tag match with our baby cupcake and her mom, but he's also a high-volume cheese pizza trader. During our investigation, not only did we make some disgusting discoveries.
Pizza baby, what is she?
She's like teen, wanting me to buy videos.
But we also had Jason's family members come out and tell us horror stories about him.
He has a long history of stuff, and I'm not surprised that he got caught. I'm just surprised it took this long because he probably never stopped.
So sit back.
Hello, so why didn't you report him to the police? You see what I be talking about? Family members that be protecting child molesters, pedophiles, rapists. But we draw the line at being gay. You need to be...
Relax, and make sure to hit that subscribe button because 60% of y'all are not like us. And enjoy today's episode of EDPWatch. Alright, what's good YouTube, man? Welcome back to a brand new episode of EDPWatch. And we're trying to go 2 for 2 right now. Pretty much yesterday, we got that disgusting dude, James, locked up. If you guys are on EDPWatch.com, you guys would have already seen that. But the guy we're catching tonight is a Mr. Jason Eric Sexton. He lives up to his last name. He is trying to meet what he thinks is a mother and her daughter. And this dude is very, very, very nasty, man. Surprise, surprise. He is asking a 10-year-old girl to Uber him. So, you know, if you ask, you shall receive.
These pedophiles are ugly, they're fat, and they're bums. All of them. Not even like fat, obese. A lot of them are obese, they're unhealthy, they don't take care of themselves properly, and they have some of the nastiest fantasies. A 15-year-old girl and her mother? You are sick! There needs to be some type of mental asylum for people like this. Not just psychotic people, but pedophiles. There needs to be some type of asylum teaching them this is wrong. It's one thing for you to be 30 and you like an 18-year-old girl, even though that's weird. But to be 30 and you're into a 13-year-old girl, ew. You know, we need something like that.
He actually didn't want to meet us at the house first. He wanted to get to know everybody. And so he wants to meet at McDonald's. If he pays for our meal, I think we have to let him go because that's just like common courtesy. You know what I mean, Eric? But like if he doesn't, man, he's just a monster. He has to be put away. So let's see how James is in the Uber.
Uber?
Yes, sir.
Hop on in.
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How about yourself this morning?
I'm doing okay. I told her mom, I said, this is a little weird because usually I end up having to have a ride code or something.
I had the individual call me and, hey, having you pick up a friend, it's not me. And I was like, all right.
If you say so.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, the cupcake has been secured. He was a little sketched out at first. I'm not gonna lie, we gotta come up with like a better plan because the Uber method is amazing. It's gonna get patched. We're posting these videos. They're getting like 2 million views each. If you guys wanna put in an application to become our Uber drivers in whatever city we're in, we're gonna be putting those out. Yeah, man, we're gonna just be waiting.
Any fun plans for the day?
I don't know. This was set up by a friend of mine, so I'm kind of in the dark here.
Okay.
I guess he's wanting me to hook up with her. But
He? I thought it was a 15-year-old girl, so it's a 15-year-old boy? I'm so confused.
I told him, I said, no, I meet people first. Got to sit down with them, talk to them, get to know them. I said, I ain't one of those that just does hookups crap.
I hear you.
It's not in my nature.
Little adventure never.
And you know what? Forget the pedophile thing for a second. There are people out there. This is what I keep talking about, hookup culture. You guys don't realize that y'all are really in hell. So you guys go to people's houses. You get to know them before you smash. So let me get to know you. Let's watch a movie or something before we smash. And you guys really do that with no shame, no self-respect, none of that. Just I can't fathom. You know what? I'd be telling my parents, like, you guys are not grateful enough. Like, you guys don't tell me how much you appreciate me. Because it's one thing, my parents always have something to complain about concerning me and my siblings. They always complain. And I'd be telling them, you guys, I could have been doing drugs. I could have had popcorn lungs. You know, teenagers are getting popcorn lungs. They're getting holes in their lungs from vaping. I could have been that. I could have been a whore. I could have been selling myself on the streets. But I'm here. I'm at home. I just do some stupid videos. I make stupid content. Right? I'm in some university pursuing a degree in psychology. There are no men, because they're liars if they say, there are no men that can say, I have done X with Natalie. None. No. I've hooked up with, no. And you guys still are complaining because I have water bottles all over the floor in my room? My parents would never be grateful. Meanwhile, you have people as young as 13. I remember being in the 7th grade, 12 years old. This girl from my math class, from my pre-algebra class, was showing me hickeys all over her body. Hickeys! And I'm sitting here wondering, what is a hickey? Wait, so you let boys into your house? And your mom is cool with it? My mom gets mad at me when I don't sweep the floor. This isn't to say that I'm better than the people that live that life or they have lived that life. But there are consequences for certain actions. Amazing. So people really meet each other, get to know each other just to do nothing more than hook up. That's so mind-blowing.
Hurts.
On Facebook, I just mess around on there. I mess with them.
Yeah.
My account's been hacked like 3 times.
Really?
I had to tell this one girl, I'm like, I didn't send you anything.
Got rid of my social media a while ago, but I started having similar issues where, like, I'd log into Facebook and I started noticing stuff that I didn't put that there.
Exactly. I told my sister, I said, I'm about to just close out my dang social media.
I mean, it's a big stress relief, man.
I tried that once and all it did was it just closed it. I'm like, no, I want to delete this.
Yeah. Well, it's not like they make it easy to get rid of your profiles either.
Oh, I know. I told my buddy, I'm like, well, you're setting me up on this blind date thing. I said, I don't know about this. I said, I haven't set up a...
How can you be so comfortable talking to an Uber driver? How are you so comfortable? When I'm in the Uber, I don't speak. I don't even go in the front seat. I don't speak. I'm going to make it clear I'm not speaking to you. Not because I don't care for you or, I just don't talk. Telling people I'm going on a blind date, or she said that I sent her nudes and I did. Like, why would you share that? It's been 2 seconds.
Blind date, I don't know how long. He said, exactly. Why do you think I'm doing it?
Shit. Last blind date I went on, I was still in the Navy.
I said, if it works, great. I said, but if it don't, my butt's going home. I'll call my own damn ride home.
Yeah.
That's why I told her, I said, no, I'm not meeting you at your house. Pick a restaurant. Something like that. I said, I'm not meeting at your home because then I'm stuck.
You gotta keep it old-fashioned too,
Yeah, I know. That's what I said too. I'm like, nah, it looks like I'm trying to hook up and I don't even know you yet. No.
Let's meet at a restaurant because it's more classy so that I will know who I'm hooking up with.
No. I'm not into hookups. I'm sorry.
This generation, man, and
Some fun once in a while. Once you've already met the person is one thing.
oh yeah.
Just out of the blue? No, I ain't into that.
Well, that's the norm today.
Oh, I know.
Everybody rushes
Oh,
to hook
good
up.
Lord, I know. That's how come so many of them don't work.
You know, then a week later you'd be like, hey, why does it burn when I pee?
Exactly. Been down that road before. I told her, I said,
you're telling your Uber driver that?
No, I said, I'm not paying to come over there. I tried to get them to come here. They didn't want to come to Grand Prairie. Yeah, I said, okay, but you're paying for the ride.
Yeah.
And then her daughter texted me back and said, she sent the ride. She'll be coming. She's getting ready. I'm like, it's a date at McDonald's to get to know your mom. I said, what do you mean she's getting ready?
It's not that serious.
I said, come on now, it's a lunch date. I told her, I said, now I get all the way over here and your mom ain't over here. I said, I'm going to give it 5 minutes and my butt's turning around going home. I'll call my own Lyft or Uber or whatever and go home. I said, I'm not playing games with y'all today. I'm here to meet and see how this goes, because there was a setup anyway. My buddy usually doesn't pull any pranks on me, so I know it's legit.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of whether she's there on time or not.
You ever known a woman to be on time?
No. That's why I said I'm going to give her a few minutes. I may even go in and get me something to eat if she ain't there ready.
As you should.
I told her, I said, but tell your daughter to quit sending me naughty messages. I said, I am not about to get my butt in trouble for no 15-year-old.
You know, them kids, they think they know it all.
I said, but come on now, tell her to quit doing that. I said, for one, I can get in trouble for that shit.
You gotta be careful, man. You know, women out here, they're looking for a paycheck like that.
I know. That's why I told my buddy, I said, look, I'm trusting you. I said, but if this ends up being some kind of on her part, oh no. I'll be able to know. I said, I'm old enough, I'll figure it out.
You're old, you're grown, right? So if a 15-year-old is sending you provocative pictures, why is the block button not an option? Because you like it, you're entertaining it. It's like, bro, it's like a woman saying to her boyfriend, right? There's this guy that keeps texting me and he keeps on bothering me and blah, 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 blah. And the boyfriend's sitting there like, oh, so why won't you block him? And she's like, oh, you know, because I'm just a nice person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be rude. That's not it. You're entertaining it. You like the attention.
You good if I just pull around here and I'll get you up at the front door?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll text her and say, are you guys here yet? If not, I'm going to sit down and eat.
Oh, there he is.
You know, I think I'm going to get me some lunch too, but I'll let you out here, big dog.
All right, I appreciate it.
I appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, me too. Some drivers, I start talking to them, they're like, really? They'll turn their music up.
No, you're good, man. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Mr. Jason, listen, I don't think you're a bad guy. We're not police or anything, but I think we need, oh, can you get away from me? Okay, not do that. You're scaring me a little bit. You're like walking right up on me.
I wanted to see what the heck was going on.
Well, man, can we have a conversation inside? If that's...
I've been scammed already.
Where you been scammed on?
You name the platform, begged on Facebook.
It's bad on Facebook.
I've had people getting my accounts
Yes, sir.
doing this to me. So I told her, I said, I'm coming here to see what's going on.
Hey, man, well, here, let's just talk, man. There's nobody here.
Here we go again, because last time I had to defend a pedophile, because, you know, he thought he was making sense. So I was trying to help him keep believing that he was making sense. So there's this 15-year-old girl. Sorry, let me think from his perspective. A 15-year-old girl wants me to do God knows what with her and her mother. So I said, wait. I am not going to meet you at your house. I am going to meet you at a restaurant, more specifically McDonald's, because I want to make sure I know what I'm getting into before we hook up, all three of us. So nasty. No, sorry, I'm the pedo. I have to make sure that this is legit. I have to make sure that I'm not being scammed. And I keep telling this 15-year-old girl, stop sending me provocative pictures. It's not appropriate, but for some reason, the block button is just not working. And then who is this guy approaching me? Gideon? Approaching me like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing at this restaurant? No, I'm here to make sure that I have all the facts on what is going on. Because, you know, I've had my account hacked several times. Yes. Makes total sense.
Here, man.
This sounds like a scam.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I'm being set up, and I don't like it.
Well, man, Jason, man. So, like, how,
Nice to meet you,
nice to
by the
meet you. My name's Alex Rosen. How did you meet her?
Actually, through a friend of mine who I trusted.
How did she know the friend? Because her mom had let us know about this.
According to him, her mom and him were friends. That's why I said, hey, this doesn't seem right to me, because I said, I haven't been able to talk to the mom directly.
Okay, yeah.
I said, so something isn't right. I'm going to go see what the heck is going on, because I don't like being played.
So you were just here to just...
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, let me go to McDonald's to check and make sure that I'm not going to see a 15-year-old girl with her mother. Because I said that I was going to hook up with him at the house. But no, let me meet them at the restaurant first. Let me get to know you. Like, dang, let me get to know you. You know what I mean? We have to, make sure we have a connect. All three of us have a connection. Yeah. But at the same time, let me make sure I'm not getting scammed. I have to investigate.
Figure out if there's any funny business.
Exactly.
Okay.
This
Yes, sir.
has happened to me before.
So what happened?
Some lady who I knew,
Yeah.
but her account ended up being taken over by this scammer. Both of us ended up, getting together, finding this person. And I actually had to sit down with a police officer once and tell him, hey, look,
Yes,
something's
sir.
got to be done.
Because they're not gonna do nothing about it.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. So not only I am going to investigate because I'm under the pretense that most likely I'm being scammed, I am also going to have no issue with talking to a police officer and telling the police officer that this is wrong. I am being scammed. An alleged 15-year-old sent me provocative pictures of a 15-year-old's body that happens to be her body to me, and I didn't block because I had to make sure that I was getting the facts straight. And I wanted to bring it to the police and tell the police that this needs to be handled. You need to do your job better, because there are kids out there that are really trying to sell themselves to grown-ups. I am 56 years old, trying to sell themselves to 56-year-old men.
You say you've been scammed before and everything, so like I know you're on apps like Facebook and Zangy, but like on Zangy, like I be getting added to these group chats where they be putting the most
I haven't gotten to
despicable.
that yet on Zangy.
Yeah.
I haven't been added to any of that crap yet, but on Facebook it kept happening, and I'm like, I didn't even originally put my name in any of this crap. Where is this coming from?
Did you ever have people send you like random images and stuff, like
all the time? And I'm
what would they be sending you?
in the past it was bad. I mean, but they were adult.
Yeah. I know sometimes like they be sending like adult photos, but I've been hearing like they be sending young as like kids and stuff. Have they ever sent you anything like that before?
One time on that one I was telling you about where we got together,
Yeah.
it ended up being, I think, was her niece.
And what
her
got sent?
niece was part of the problem. Her niece was taking these pictures.
How old was she?
Her niece was 15.
And what kind of pictures like bro?
No, to
you know
me,
at that age
to
they're
me, I didn't get the
Yeah.
totally nasty. She'd be sending like bikini pics. But a friend of mine who got in trouble,
yeah.
she literally had sent him like topless. And I asked him, I said, dude, what's the girl's name? And he told me, I said, you realize I'm talking to her aunt right now, because her aunt caught her taking these in her bedroom.
Yeah.
And actually getting on a webcam thing saying she was such and such an age.
Yeah.
She was using her sister's.
Man, that's so cap, man. I swear.
And so I'm like,
I don't know if you know lingo, but cap means like that's so messed up. Like,
oh yeah,
that's
completely.
so cap. Fuck.
My sister's like, play along with it until you can set up a meet and see what is going on.
Did your sister know that like you were saying how you wanted to eat out the 2-year-old
Oh no, I didn't put that in there.
Okay,
I don't know
well-
where that came from.
I mean, that
Like
came
said,
from you though.
I know, and I asked my sister, I'm like, who the hell could have sent this from my phone? She's like, don't you know? She said 14 other people know your phone number and have your account information.
But that's not how phone numbers work.
I told her, I said, but that's not how my phone number works. But I did have it. I had my phone was, I didn't know where it was for over 3 weeks.
So like, what possess you to get into the car and come over here.
I want to see if I can figure out who the parent is, if the parent actually shows up, so I can say, hey, look, I'm not putting up with this bullshit. I just contacted Facebook last week and told them I need to close out my account because I'm tired of my account being hacked.
Yup! I got hacked several times. So not only I'm here to meet the girl herself that's been sending me these provocative pictures, but I'm also willing to meet the parents and say to the parents, look at what your child is doing. And I even contacted Facebook. No, because the block button doesn't work, you know. But I contacted Facebook to say, hey, close my accounts, even though there is an option to delete my own account. But close my account because I'm sick of these scams. The scams that, you know, I keep looking at of underage children sending me provocative pictures of themselves with the webcam set up and everything. Wild children that they are.
Does anybody have access to your Zangy?
Yeah, actually. I tried to close that.
Really? Let me see.
And I asked, I was like, how do you close your Zangy account?
Is there any way I can see? Or I don't know if you're gonna ignore me. Is there any way I can, I'm just
like how? Like I've got people on here like this chick.
Pizza baby. What is she?
She's like teen. Wanting me to buy videos. I told her, I said,
don't tell me that they are looking at pictures or videos of underage children. Oh Lord.
I don't do that shit.
What kind of videos is she trying to get you to buy?
Not her videos, but like trying to get me to buy videos like she had gotten downloaded from online.
What about William Pizza Baby?
Another one, same thing. Same thing.
Because this is the people that we're really trying to find.
Yeah, same thing.
We've been hearing about
bullshit.
this.
Same bullshit. Yeah, she sent this, and I'm like, no. I said,
oh my
shit.
God. Wait,
She's
but
like,
right here she says that.
Okay, so I have pictures and videos of CP. Child porn. I have pictures and videos of child porn on my phone. Not because I actually look. Oh, I made sure that when they were sent to me, I looked away. But whoever, any of these kids that send me these pictures and videos, whoever says to me, let's meet up, I'm gonna tell them, we are going to meet at a restaurant, more specifically McDonald's. And then when I see them, I'm going to confront them. And I will gladly talk to the police or whoever is behind all this. But no, wait, it's a scam. So let me first confirm that it's not a scam. And then I'm going to talk to the police. And I will gladly show them the evidence of the 1 terabyte of child pornography that I found on my phone. Not kept, but found on my phone. That I came across on my phone. That was sent to my phone. But I was hacked.
She's teen, and then that's a...
And she sent that.
Oh my...
I told my sister, I'm like, I don't know if that's her photo.
Whoa.
Or if that's a photo she downloaded. I said, but...
So not only I am going to go and investigate and make sure it's not a scam, not only I'm going to go there and confront the child or children that are sending me these provocative images and videos of them with their webcams, right? I'm also going to share this information with my sister. My sister has to know that my phone is so jacked up that children are sending me provocative pictures and videos of themselves to my phone. I can't block them. I need proof. I can't delete the stuff from my phone, even though I downloaded it, because I need proof. I have to go to the police.
But I can't have that.
She might not know that, but that's like, she's saying you child. She could get in big trouble for that.
I know. I told, so I know the mom. But the mom's phone saying it's not in service.
So how many people are like just randomly sending you like child?
Oh my God.
Because I mean, everybody got your account, so I mean, you're.
Oh, it must be a lot. Oh, I know it's draining. Oh my gosh, how much?
How
often?
right now.
And I told my sister, I'm like, you know me. I said, I'm not even on here. And then I see all this crap pop up out of the blue, and I'm like, this is invading my accounts.
Yeah.
Man, you don't look like a technically advanced guy. I was like, there's no way you're finding this stuff. So like, we get this stuff removed. You know, obviously you don't know how to fully remove it. You can delete it, but if you delete it, it's still on
fully
there.
remove it.
I can show you.
Show me how to get rid of all the social media crap.
What you pretty much need is you need a computer first.
Okay, so we're gonna break it down again. I won't even start from the beginning because we know this story. So now we're at the point where, you know, I'm just so fed up with all this CP on my phone. Not just on my phone, but like, you know, on my accounts. And I need a way to get rid of everything. I need to make sure I get rid of everything. Please help me. Even though I was using this to confront these stupid, wild, seductive children, right? Because this is his logic. I'm so glad that I've come across, you know, I have come across an adult with sense, just like me. And he's going to work with me on fixing my account because I'm not too technical. I'm not tech savvy. Please help me get rid of all of this. Yes. This one is 15 years old. This girl is 14. This one is 13. And this boy is however age. Yeah, help me to get rid of all of that. Even though I came here to confront the seductive children.
Okay, yeah. Well, my sister has a computer.
Pizza baby.
That scared the shit out of me.
Like,
I'm like, I don't even know who this is.
That's a year-old girl.
I don't even know who the hell these girls are.
There's no way she's older than.
I know. I was like, I showed that to my sister.
What number?
There's no way she's older than. That's a year-old girl.
I don't even know who scared the shit out of me.
Like,
I'm like, I don't even know who this is.
That's a year-old girl.
Did he say 8? Did he say 8? 8-year-old? Read his mouth. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Use your own.
That scared the shit out of me. I'm like, I don't even know who this is.
That's a year-old girl.
I don't even know who the hell these girls are.
There's no way she's older than.
I know.
8? He said. It looks like 8. 8? As in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8? No, I'm tripping. There's no way.
I was like, I showed that to my sister.
And then she said, would you like to see my yummy pizza videos?
And my sister was like, my sister knew what that was. I'm like, what?
This person's trying to buy it right here.
I know.
So here, this is one thing you have to do. So first, you have to keep it in airplane mode because if you take it out, we can get on that cell service. It continues. We could get this fixed, man.
Thank God. I appreciate that. I really do.
We want to find who's making this.
The one that mostly comes to me on is like Facebook Messenger.
They're just messaging all these accounts on your phone. Man, do you know
I
any?
don't even know how they've gotten hold of my number.
Bro, you could get in big trouble for this.
I know. That's what I told my sister. I'm like, I need this shit gone.
Do you think it could be your sister, maybe?
I don't think it's her, but it could be people that she has dated in the past.
So if you have to guess.
People that she dated in the past that's going to be sending you pictures and videos of children in an inappropriate way. Can you lie any better? Can the lie get any worse? Here's the news. If you are a pedophile and you have been exposed, there's no getting out of it. There's no lie that you can construct. There's no lie that you can fabricate that will change the situation. You're done. Just like cheating. Once you get caught cheating, there's no excuse that you can construct.